When we see the price of gold move, typically we see the price of silver move, 2x of what gold does. But, as we're talking about leverage to the price of gold, you notice something really basically tying the price of silver to the price of the GDX. So why do you think those two things are so well correlated? And is it necessarily just, basically confidence in the sector?
Maybe. This is something that I've been harping about on my site and in the occasional public article for a couple of years now. And I was just inspired to write an article this week regarding that, because I posted something on Twitter and everybody was like, wait, what? And I thought, I thought people knew this. Look, you can go to any, the site I use is barchart.com. It's easy, it's free, okay? And you can pull up a chart of gold or silver, the futures contract. And then you can do what they call an interactive chart, and you can plot it with any one of a number of other things just to see how things correlate. And I don't know what it was first time, a couple of years ago, I guess, where I plotted gold or silver with the GDXJ. And then it was like, wait a second, this is like a 99, tick for tick. And then I thought, well, you can do this with the GDX as well. No, wait, hold on. That doesn't make any sense. Mm-hmm. You look at the top holdings of the GDX and it's all producing gold miners. So why would it trade with the exact same chart day to day as silver? I don't know. We can speculate. It's clearly done by algorithm. Mm-hmm. I don't think there are human beings, at Van Eck or, custodians of other funds or whatever that are buying and selling, Kinross and Barrick with every single tick of COMEX silver. It's got to be done by, all right, well, who runs that trade? Now you can do it. These are pretty small markets, right? Silver's a tiny little market from a notional standpoint, a dollar value standpoint. And then you've got all these mining shares in the GDX. Remember, you've probably seen some of those, like presentation from Grant Williams, the GDX is like what, 5% of the total valuation of Amazon or something. It's just this little tiny thing. And so somebody or Bees has written these programs for, I don't know, manipulative purposes, hedging purposes. I don't know. I don't know. Mm-hmm. All I know is it's there and anyone can see it. Mm-hmm. And again, last week, what brought this up again last week, somebody on my site was complaining that in a comment back last Tuesday, the day right after that credit impulse on Monday, when that thing changed, Tuesday, all the commodities are soaring and silver was up 90 cents or whatever it was, but yet the GDX was down. And somebody on my site, kind of being a smart aleck, said, well, so much for that. Look at that. The silver was up and the shares went down. Well, the stock market was down that day too. But I said, well, just give it a day. If silver keeps going up, GDX will probably rush to catch up. Sure as hell it did. Mm-hmm. Very next day, Hui was up 10%. Silver was up, whatever, 5, 6, whatever it was. I don't know, Tom, I can't explain it. Let me put it this way. I can't explain why or who, but maybe it's just a reflection of the world that we inhabit in 2022. Everything's done by computer. 90% of the market volume is high frequency trading. So maybe that's all it is, but it's definitely is that. And anybody that's investing in the mining shares, you can always pick off individual ones, like those of us that were in Great Bear. Brent Cook told me about Great Bear like 5 years ago. So I bought some and woo, wow, that worked out great. You can always have individual stories, but on balance, the sector as a whole, for whatever reason, tracks with silver more than gold. And you need to be aware of that, for hedging your shares or whatever. It's just, I think that's a valuable piece of knowledge for. Mm-hmm.
Like you say, it's regardless of the actual explanation of it, it's an interesting correlation to actually look at over those different time periods, right? Like you put a couple different examples there of different time periods that it does track over. So
it goes back 10 years.
Yeah.
Right. Now, I won't. I was going to come up with some nefarious reasons for that sort of thing. That's just all speculation on my part. No sense going there. What people need to know is, if you got a big position, some producing miners, and you think if gold goes up, that your shares will go up. Well, that's probably true, because if gold goes up, as you said, silver will go up. Mm-hmm. But if gold stays where it is, and you think, okay, well, my mining shares are probably going to stay where they are, and silver falls 20%, then you might want to hedge, buy some puts as a hedge on your Kirkland Lake or your, whatever that you have, because that's probably how it's going to work out. Mm-hmm. Some people, I don't want to make it, I don't think they mean it like I'm some kind of cheerleader or something. And I certainly don't want to be perceived as such. But like in 2020, when gold finally took off and silver took off, I had all kinds of people that had been on my site forever, that were like, thank you for keeping me in this game, because I'd have given up years ago.
Before we continue, help us clicking that YouTube like button and subscribe now to our channel. This shows the algorithm that you valued this information. And it helps us spread that message. Sharing is caring. And now, let's continue.
I have bad news for you. If you're not rich by now, you're screwed. And if you're in debt, you're even double screwed. How so, you might wonder? Well, the sad truth is that you're working your whole life to make someone else rich. The mega corporations, the banks, the politicians, everyone is getting richer. They get your money. And what is even worse, they get your time, they get your life. You are not even in a rat race, you're in a financial prison. But what could a solution for you look like? Honestly, I don't know, but I know what a solution for me would look like. It's very simple. I use whatever money I have and I multiply it with 1,000. This could make my life much easier and probably yours as well. If you have $1,000 available and multiply this with 1,000, I believe that this could solve some financial issue for the one or the other. Of course, if you're ugly, you would have to multiply it with much more than 1,000. My name is Markus Dahn, and this is what I decided to do. I decided to 1000x my money. This is not a joke. I know what you may be thinking. What is this guy talking about? How should this work? This is not possible. Well, I made a detailed video where I laid out my plan. And some clever folks might even want to look at this plan and copy it and do exactly what I do. This is just a little hint on the side. You have two options. You leave, you forget what you have seen. You do whatever you're doing and you hope that somehow you get some other results. Good luck with that. Or you click the link below the video. You enter your email address, because I'm not showing this to everybody. You at least watch my video on how I plan to 1000x my money. The choice is yours. Make the right choice. Join me. See what a different future you could have. See at least how I plan to do the 1000x. So click on the link below, enter your email address, and I see you on the other side. Your Markus Dahn.